compact crossover segment is the hottest game in town right now. If you're not in it, you're not in the auto game at all. So how do you distinguish yourself from a sea of other small crossovers? You do what Honda has done and created something that's out of the box, something's different, the new HR-V. So what do I mean by out of the box? Well, Honda's taken a clean slate approach to the compact crossover look and has given it a swoopy coupe look. It looks amazing. It now sits below the CR-V and the full-size Pilot in the Honda SUV family. So let's have a closer look at the HR-V. Now the first thing, before we go anywhere, the thing that I really like about the nose of this car is the family resemblance from the new Accord, this very distinctive nose. Very, very glossy, very bright, love it. Then you've got these new LED lights that are not only more efficient, they throw a stronger beam, use a lot less energy, a lot cooler, but it just gives it a really nice jewellery at the front that's complemented by these daytime running lights. Love that look. And you've got this front valance here that shows it's raised ground clearance. As you can see, it's 170mm ride height, 25mm taller than most of the competitors. This model, sitting on the 17-inch alloy wheels, looks really nice. Now, as we continue down the side of the car, notice these really neat little kick plates for helping the kids in the back and that sort of thing. Now, moving down further, this is the real trick. This is the thing that I love about this crossover coupe design, is that you've got this beautiful line here that makes it look like a coupe, but it actually, in a way, it tricks the eye because you've got all this space here that provides you with so much luggage room, and it's accentuated by this hidden door handle. I love that. It looks really mean. So that deceptive coupe line that I showed you just a little earlier, this is where it counts. Check out the amount of boot space in the back of this. When everything's folded flat, you've got 1,456 litres of boot space. The seats fold flat, they're quite magic, and there's quite a good reason why they call them that. So unique to Honda, check this out. These are the magic seats. All you do, remove the seat, remove the headrest, completely flat floor. Or if you've got tall things to carry, it just folds up, that folds down, and you can store all sorts of things. 18 permutations that you can fold these seats, and that gives you your 1,456 litres of boot space. Outstanding, no other car does this. This is unique to Honda. So we've done the walk around, we've had a look around the outside of the car. Now it's time to get in behind the wheel and take this car for a drive. The thing that you notice straight up, the first thing that I notice is that, like, I'm not a small guy exactly. So I have a lot of room in this car. I have a lot of headroom. The seat is not at the base by any means. It's very comfortable for me. There's a lot of shoulder room, a lot of elbow room. It's a full width car. And the other thing that you notice, as we talked about just earlier, with its coupe styling on the outside, the great thing is it's a full-size interior. And that's something that some of its competitors can't say so well. Now with this car, we're sitting a little bit higher, as we mentioned before, about 25mm higher than some of its rivals. And the other thing is the ride height, is that we're sitting a little bit higher than most other cars, and that gives you great forward visibility as if you're in a full-size SUV. And of course, with this amazing panoramic roof, it also comes with the electric sliding sealed roof that closes it out for later on in the year when the weather does get a little too hot. It closes it up nicely, brings the cabin down to a very nice, comfortable temperature. Now, one of the things about driving in an urban environment, traffic lights, we always have to deal with it. The great thing about this one is you have a park hold button. Select that, take your foot off the brake, it looks after it. Even on a slight hill, it will hold the car until you touch the accelerator, and then away you go. So while we're stationary, just a quick look at the ergonomics, and you'll see it's very clean, very clear, uncluttered, and that's the thing that's always been a thing with Hondas, is that the instrumentation, the dials, straight, easy to see. But the 6.8-inch entertainment console, the screen here in front of you, touch screen, also doubles as the reverse camera. It has the HDMI and USB connections right here at your fingertips. Looking at the air conditioning controls, the climate controls, it's all touch screen, touch sensitive, very clean as well. The steering wheel, has all the vital controls that you need without taking your hands off the wheel. Cruise control, very important around these parts of the world. Stereo controls as well, and you also have your paddle shifts, and also you have your phone connections. You can hang up and make calls from the steering wheel without taking your eyes off the road. Now, being a Honda, performance is part of its DNA. With a 1.8 litre engine, you put it back into sport and it really kicks along. 140 brake horsepower. Again, we talked about the CVT before. You have the paddle shifts as well, but you can operate them off the steering wheel. The benefit of this engine, of course, is that it has Honda's iVTEC, which is the variable valve timing. Honda pioneered this going way back, initially for performance, and it does that, but also now with this new generation for fuel economy, and that's why you get this performance with nearly 800 kilometres of range from the tank. Well, that's a full day in the Honda HR-V, and I've got to say, I love it. For a car that fits into the compact crossover segment, it's light, it's agile, it's fuel efficient, loads of power, loads of room, it's versatile, it looks amazing, and it fits into the segment like no other car. The HR-V sits beautifully in Honda's SUV lineup, below the CR-V and the Pilot. If you're looking for a fresh, innovative, compact crossover, the HR-V is definitely worth a serious look.